Today I will talk about the SEO in digital marketing. Just imagine having an outlet without having any signage onto it. No names, no window, nothing in particular. And you would expect people may drop in out of curiosity looking for products A's and whether you selling product B's. And now when you have a shop with proper names and probabilities, the products image on it. And this could attract so many people on the street and they could ask for your what you sell, and some of the customer would tell other potential target about their buying experience and about your products and your shop. And the first example is like a website that is not optimized. While the second one relates to the optimized website. And SEO, search engine optimization, is the process of making a web page easy to find, easy to crawl, and easy to categorize. It is about helping your customer find out your business from amongst the thousands of other companies. SEO is an integral part of digital marketing strategies. It's a basic concern with the holistic move towards the customer to your business and via online platform. And to do that, you can move into a website rank higher in SERP. And the advance of the global economy nearly makes every business have an online presence. And just is amazing a fraction of the 14 billion search happens for your business. To achieve that benchmark, your website must rank higher in the SERP, must perform well in the social media marketing, and the PPC pay-per-click activity must be very well along with other digital marketing stats. And for any business, advertising is a boost motive, and when any business go online, the advertising work best to the gainer and whose amount of web traffic. SEO gives an opportunity for the quick deals of the free advertising. A proper SEO makes the website ranks in the first page of SERPs, and the common belief is the people generally can scan and review the first two pages of the SERP. Nearly 74% of the customers use search engine to find the local business information, and compared to the online marketing such as the PPC, social media marketing, email marketing programs, on daily basis, nearly the 8 or 90% customers check online review before they finally purchase any products. SEO is the noun, verb, and adjective by Todd Malikosh. How does the SEO work? Search engines is not humans but the software that crawl the web page content. So the human search the engine tech-driven. They complete numbers of activity that bring search result, crawling, scanning, and storing or index. Cost of the actions, measuring, percentage, and recoveries. Distinction with excellent count that you calculate components of design rather than actions of the individual. For example, some of the elements that are known build up the quality score are as follow: the website names and URLs, the page content, maybe a text, characteristic of links, usability and accessibility, page design. And let's see how this whole cycle works. And crawling. Every search engine has the software known as the crawler and spider. In case of the Google, it is the Google bot, and that's crawl in the web page of content. It is not possible for the crawlers and see lists on this page appear or any existing page updated. And in these the connections, it should be important to remember what all the search engines can crawl and it cannot crawl is made. Flash movie, travel slip, frames, password, protective base, and directories. Therefore, if you have the majorities of these in your website, It would be better run keyword simulator test to see if you are viewable for the spider, and those that are not viewable as small spider nor its names for process. On the other hand, they will be missing for the search engines. Indexing post-crawling content of the spider store with the index can be restricted on viewpoints entering a related search string or keywords. For humans, this will be not possible, and but it's search engines, and it's everyday work, and sometimes the search engine cannot understand the page content. And for that, you need to correctly optimize the page search work with the every search request and the search engine's process. And it contains the case phrase, the search with the page index and store is record, and more than the millions of pages have the same research phrase. So the search engines acts of measuring the relevancies of the old page and match with what the index as per keywords is just their SERP. Algorithms and such algorithms is the diagnostic mean take a puzzle and sort through the records contain the category keywords and the URLs that are relevancy with those keywords, estimate some probable answer, and then reverse page that have a keyword or phrase that were looked for, and either in the body content in the URLs that direct to the page. And three such algorithms are these on-site, off-site, and whole-site algorithms. And each type of algorithms defines look at the different aspects of the web page, such as the meta tags, title, links, keyword density, and that is the reason why some same search string generates the different result in the different search engines having the distinct algorithms. And all search engineer primary, secondary, and targeted. So this requires the SEO expertise. So retrieving the end result will be visible in the search result. Apparently, it seems there is no such difference between the SEO and digital marketing approach. Both execute the same functions and post the same skill, only for marketing needs. Different titles are sorted. And to understand this, we need to pay a thorough look on this concept. And below the figure will clearly show how the SEO is based at the subset of the digital marketing. And the SEO people are interested in building organic hit, and why the digital marketer aim to total online existence of the company, and that's go beyond to the SEO. And in practice, an SEO consultant generates link, looks after all the other digital marketing, and the whole SEO digital marketing service package may be named or under SEO package, since the customer basically coherence by the force easily, and the competencies are trained include with some of the service along with optimized website and search engine marketing. For example, there are some factors actually have the SEO in the sense of selecting the right keyword, such as the blogging as SEO content, contextual marketing, behavioral marketing, mobile advertising, art text in the banner advertising, social media marketing, RSS, viral marketing, and video content advertising. And for that, the solid digital marketing and SEO strategies would be played. And next is the SEO integrates the digital marketing, and after comes a long ways, and SEO is called the integrated digital marketing by the someone marketer expert. And let's give some light of it. More and more the use of this SEO is becoming important for the overall success of the digital marketing. And we would get a very good idea if you carefully watch and changing the paradigms of the SEO over the year. In mid the 90s, when the very SEO came through the picture, and the keyword stumbling were the usual techniques necessary to rank well in the SERP. And then in the 2014 for the links buying from the ultimate blog comments validator and create. And the search engine algorithms get updated after times for the 2004 are the updates for our core something else. Today so many new memes totally change the way and the SEO consultant one work through the basic understanding remarks the same subject the title text, H1 text, and everyone refers to the subject thanks to Google and links. But many applications that previously were the remote to what we use to just SEO no more are. And social media. Social media marketing is gained importance because of increased uses viral marketing approaches through the Facebook, link, Twitter, Yammer, and Google. These social network sites must be in line with the SEO best practice to anti-control SEO potential. And the more links with the view to ranking, the higher. It's not today approach and their personal reputation has become a crucial aspect, and all schools of link building has some enforcement. And common belief of the rankings high of the search result in changing and the content of strategies is not the main means, but the generating quality inbound links and stay as the most important SEO elements to affect the rankings. The concept of links is changing aspect and main idea behind the traditional links in building the measure or the do follow links and website can generate and totally ignore or the follow link. And the practice will not build as many links as possible, and that system had a drawback, and some black hat marketer based on finally the Google changed the algorithms, and which totally ends the practice of traditional link building the practice, and the one-notes and the spam link. Even with blogging with the sound motivated journalists English are also built down. And whereas blogging really work well, it generates a new audience, present yourself and expert and engage with the target community. The implied links factor is either called the implied links as they are basically no links to fake a source site, and brands mentions its online presentations must be handled carefully as well. And into the site contents is we don't buy the several from. And in the content, the brand mentions is generally connected to the products or service, and how those connect to the content is explained. And it can be in the comments what is the finally implicitly and integrates well into the content also, as long as the brands or website names it used, brand names or situations it create. One, the better judgment in brand authority. The Google do not give that much importance or formal practice for the traditional in the buildings, and the new brand audits will rule the form animation. Two, there is no manipulations at all, and the actual text at link cannot be manipulated now. And back have the link to the site totally irrelevant to the short site and replaced by the brand mention online integrations. Once a brand is possibly multi-style content must be relevant to the source site. And three, influencing the social signal through the brand mention. Brand mentions are online integrations, big notes, and important factors to relevate the social signal for the SEO, and the links that is generated for the social media no follow links that not affect the SERP's ranking, but when the any source content is shared, common Twitter or city socially when without the imply the links with the funnest and highest ranking. This social media is called a social media optimization. And number 4 is online citations for the important factor for local SEO. Local SEO target the potential customer with a small and medium size of enterprise. Cities are always good for the and contact the number taken into the considerations by Google and the bigger picture. Balance between the traditional linkings and brand expansion. You should not develop a wrong notions that only brands mentioned exist nowadays, and the traditional linkings has become the obsolete, and there needs to be the balance between the two. An equal importance must be given. And below the list, balance link building the strategy between the implied and expect links and the possible dangers of getting spam and effects for brands. So Google like the ratings of the visual content that is go viral. Viral. And that's a good way to keep the good ratios of expect links and brand mention. Guest bloggings and links building the strategy need to be aspect and useful to the input place the brand mentions. Social media, guest blogging, comments, and RSS feeds by the control vital. And last but not least, prepare your website thinking about your target audience and what they deserve. Relevant and valuable content must flow in. So now I will move to the social media optimizations. Have a new instant video optimizations, effectively distributions and measures the efficacy in meaningful way. Part of certify a core optimization plan need to follow the patches interface by the high decrease of the proof efforts by the organic search terms for the ultimate outcome of both sides of the eye. Use of the data and the capabilities for the understand mind and use the data efficiently to steer strategies and sharing resource within a restrict bucket or high risk returns on investment, and is another important program. Also, display advertising includes the behavior targeting or targets marketing and contextual advertising. Use the target keyword. Generates in the organic search practice. Most of all, you all need have the throughout the ideas on the marketing campaigns and business model, so that you can work in an advantageous way. And next, you create the SEO strategy. To have the sound SEO the system, you must have the good SEO strategy in place. And below, you have the good point, the needs as the yourself while setting the SEO strategy and your target markets. SEO not mean your grammar and as the many webs as traffic you can sell any term. Turning on these part of make you confident and successful going forward. Google Analytics will have you on the investigations on defects and concentrate on mobile-friendly approach. Your website should be able to properly into the mobile and give equal satisfactions to your customer and the way the accessory side of the personal computer. So be sure open deadline of checking how your website perform on mobile applications. Testing your website URLs in the Google mobile friendly test of this. And mobile options is the search engines. Your website should be not perform well in Google, but it's very other search engines like the Yahoo, MSN or AOLs and DuckDuckGo and search engines. Different search algorithms that you need to know, and accolade links make the website complete, and your user may come from any road. The keyword to correspond with your revenues of the investment. Spend time to practicing keyword. Focus on long tail keywords and define the user behavior. The success of the keyword should be measured in terms of your ROI, return in investment. Clear website, quality content, a user-friendly website, clear navigations, SEO keyword, optimize the meta tag, title tag, a balanced keyword, identify the quality, relevant, and consistent. The main aim. Each page should be built about keyword surfing as well. Contains either commitment, not campaign. Quality relevant, linking the social media. You must pay good attention at the building's quality relevance. Then you have to get a good number of the web traffic. And you should remember the good number of the traffic is generated through the social regions of your business. In conclusion, every time the algorithms are changing, giving the challenge in front of you, and one thing you should already build, and you are the encouraged SEO task of it, and you need to give the importance and optimize it properly. Please ensure hitting all the elements as you go. Thank you, and this is all of my part about the SEO in digital marketing. Thank you.